Chapter 19, The Islamic World. Learning objectives. Describe the architecture and ceramic arts developed in Arab lands following the spread of Islam. Explain the importance and use of calligraphy in Islamic art in Spain. Discuss the use of decoration and detail in Persian architecture and painting. Discuss the significance of art and architecture in the Mughal Empire. Describe how modern innovations and art movements influenced Islamic architecture and art in Egypt and Sudan. Introduction. Islam is one of the three main world religions. Muslim is a follower of Islam, which means one who submits to God. The religion began in 622 CE with Muhammad's immigration to Medina. It quickly spread from Byzantine Empire to North Africa to Spain and other parts of Europe. The artistic traditions of Muslims allowed conquered peoples to retain religion and culture. It is built on achievements of others. Traditional Muslims frowned upon representation of human figures used in a religious context. The recreation of living things was considered competition with Allah, God, who created all. Muhammad is prohibited from imagery, and the human form is rare in Islamic religious art. They focus on geometry, forms of vegetation, and calligraphy. Islamic world map shows present-day areas. There's Mecca and Medina. Arab lands. Early houses of worship were mosques. They must be big enough to accommodate all male worshipers for Friday prayers. They include minarets, which are towers that mark the building's location. The Great Mosque in Kairoun, Tunisia, the mihrab points to Mecca in all mosques. Here's the Great Mosque in Tunisia, 836 to 875. Ceramic arts. Arab potters in Iraq made a major advance through lusterware technique. It's a glaze that imparts a metallic sheen. It's most difficult to control in ceramics. The picture here has a thin body. It indicates a decorative purpose and not practical one. The script expresses praise and good wishes to the owner. Here's the picture, spouted Ur. It's Kashan, early 13th century, luster over tin glaze, height 6 4/5 of an inch. Spain. Explain the importance and use of calligraphy in Islamic art in Spain. Spain was first conquered by Muslims in the 8th century. The distinct culture, including important scientists, poets, philosophers, architects, and artists. Calligraphy is decorative script. It's for higher learning. It's used to enhance the beauty of the Word of God. It's used for writing the Quran, the sacred text of Islam. The text of Quran, North Africa or Spain, 11th century, colors on paper. The architecture of Spain is geometric and floral design motifs that complement the calligraphy. In the Court of Lions at Alhambra Palace in Granada, Spain, there are translucent webs of intricate decoration. Light comes through small openings. There is no victor except God is written in the calligraphic script. The palace itself is a contained city. Court of Lions, Alhambra, in Granada, Spain, 1309 to 54. Persia, which is now Iran. The carpet is best known Persian art in the West. The carpets are portable. It's a means for spreading design ideas. The decorative schemes on buildings or pottery are influenced by carpet designs. The artable carpet, which is shown here, is one of the most impressive carpets known. Tile art in Persia. The mihrab from Iran has intricate designs that satisfy the urge for beauty. It's aesthetically pleasing, has aesthetically pleasing patterns. It tells a story using script and not figures. Here's the mihrab from Iran, circa 1354. Composite body, glazed, saw to shape, and assembled in mosaic, height 11 feet 3 inches. A madrasa, is a Muslim theological school for history and interpretation of the Quran and Islam. The Mir-e-Arab Madrasa in Uzbekistan is well-proportioned array of openings. The Iwan is a large covered porch at the center. The surfaces have floral, geometric, and epigraphic pattern tiles, and color is integral to the architecture. Mir-e-Arab Madrasa, Bukhara, I can't say that. Uzbekistan, there you go, 1535 to 1536. This is the building's facade. Persian paintings have lavish illustrations of manuscripts. They're most often produced in workshops with anonymous artists. Sultan Sanjar and the Old Woman is a secular work, so that's why it has human figures. It's attributed to Sultan Muhammad. He's a revered painter of the Safavid Persia. The story is an allegory on vanity. Subtle gestures and details are contained. Rocks are rendered in the Chinese style. Attributed to Sultan Muhammad, Sultan Sanjar, and the Old Woman from Kamsa, which are 5 poems of Nizami, Portfolio 181, 1539 to 43. This is gouache, which is an opaque watercolor on paper, 14.5 inches by 10 inches. In India, the Mughal Empire, only a minority were Muslim in Indian Mughal Empire. The evolution of Islam is farther from its Arab roots. Higher level of tolerance is due to all of the religions in the area. Akbar, the Mughal ruler from 1556 to 1605, Akbar established a religion to incorporate elements of all religions in the area. He encouraged the depiction of figures in art, saying that trying to copy God's handiwork by making pictures would lead artists to a deeper respect for divine creativity. This is Akbar's throne room, Divan-e-Khas. The room is dominated by an ornate pillar with 4 passageways. Akbar sat at the center, atop the pillar, as a metaphor for the intersection of religious systems. Divan-e-Khas interior. It's in Pradesh, India, 1570 to 80. Shah Jahan is the last Mughal ruler. He's most known for the Taj Mahal. It's the most memorable piece of Mughal art. It was built for his favorite wife that died in childbirth. The central Iwan, which is a porch, is fronted with a pointed arch. The beauty from expensive materials and poetic arrangement of mass. There's a paradise motif and the inscriptions surrounding the doorway arch. The surfaces of the Taj Mahal are covered with marble. Taj Mahal detail. In Agra, India, 1632 to 48. Modern expressions describe how modern innovations and art movements influence Islamic architecture and art in Egypt and Sudan. Mid-20th century creators adapted modern innovations from Europe. The Egyptian government needed to relocate some settlements in the Upper Nile Valley in order to aid conservation of the ancient temples of Luxor and Karnak. So the village of New Gorna was created in 1948, made of mud brick. It has small domes over a prayer hall, largest dome shelters, the mihrab, and has basic and clear shapes, are novel because of the situation of how it all looked, and it was new. It enticed people to make the move. Hassan Fadi is the one who created New Gorna Village Mosque, Egypt. Created an entire village in 1948. Sudanese artists combine traditional calligraphy with abstract painting. We have Ibrahim El Salahi. He studied in London. He combined Muslim motifs with modern abstraction. This is the mosque. It has abstract shapes based on what would be seen inside of a mosque. has curving edges based on strokes of Arabic calligraphers. The colored blocks suggest a carpet weaving. Ibrahim el-Salahi, the Mosque, 1964. It's oil on canvas, 12 and 1/8 inches and 18 and 1/8 inch. Here is Ibrahim el-Salahi. He's a Muslim modernist. He was exposed to calligraphic techniques through his father, a cleric. He is one of the most highly trained artists of Sudan. He was interested in the Arab Spring protests. They were protests for democracy in Libya, Syria, and Egypt. So he started making daily sketches of his interpretation of the events. So he has a whole notebook called Arab Spring, and in it there are shapes that are rising above the roots, like in the example to the right, his artwork from the notebook. It's surrounded by shapes that limit growth. He is the first Muslim artist to have a solo exhibition at the Tate Modern in England. Here's Ibrahim el-Salahi, 2013. And here's a bigger image from his notebook, Arab Spring, from 2011. It's ink on paper, and there are lots and lots of images from Arab Spring, and this is just one of them. And that's all.